Welcome back to Products of Our Environment. Today we're going to be talking about what the upcoming season looks like for our favorite NFL team. So I'm a Giants fan, and yeah, we suck.
Yeah, this year was bad for you.
Yeah, it was, and I expect next year to be pretty bad too. But
I can feel you on that one.
yeah, Joe, I
Packers,
know you
let's
feel
go.
that pain.
Don't even talk to me about bad teams. Like, don't even.
Well,
As a
at
Jets-
least
I'm a Jets fan.
At least you're building something.
Like,
Me?
the Browns came out on top before the fucking Jets.
I mean,
Hey, I think
to
better
be
than
fair,
Wait,
Baker was a better pick.
Before we
yeah.
maybe we should go around and just say, hey, name and team, just so that way
Yeah,
when
definitely,
we're all
definitely.
talking, there's kind of some
Definitely, that's smart.
because we kind of just started out not saying
Hey,
whose
well,
team's
Chris,
whose.
you wanna?
Yeah, Chris, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm Chris, and I'm a Bears fan.
Bears.
Da Bears.
Bears.
Stop here.
Bears.
So yeah, we'll just go with that one.
Sausage.
You guys were supposed to go to the Super Bowl this year, weren't you?
Cody Parkey.
Listen, I am not
How about them Eagles?
a blind fucking Bears fan like Sam's brothers.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
Your brother's an idiot.
the fact that we went
Kevin
from
White
I
is
think
the next Randy
4 and
Moss.
12 to fucking 13 and
3.
3. It's like, or no, 12 and
12 and 4.
12
12
and
and
4.
4.
Yeah.
But either way, we got a new coach. I thought this was
Proud of you.
I thought this was all a rebuilding year and nothing would fucking happen. So the fact that we did anything is good. Anyone who was sitting there going Bears and Super Bowl, they're stupid. Anyway, I'll
Would've
pass.
been a good Super
I'll,
Bowl.
I'll pass the mics on. Just
I'm Josh. I am a Jets fan, so the joke of the NFL at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, Arizona's pretty bad.
But
Arizona.
people don't care about Arizona.
But
You're just,
Yeah,
looking, for,
it's
you're
like-
just looking for something.
It's the
out
New
there.
York
hot.
media, and they're ruthless to
Yeah.
everybody.
It's because you suck.
I
yeah,
mean,
like, yeah.
yeah,
You suck
I'm not.
too, and they're fucking
Like, every
ruthless
year-
about
Hey,
it.
you have 2 Super Bowls in your lifetime.
You have Brett Favre.
Yeah.
My last Super Bowl was
Trust me,
1969.
I never let.
I'm pretty sure it was 1969.
There you go. Case in point.
Now, Josh, are you saying that the Jets are the Dark Souls of the NFL?
No.
Is that
No,
what
Dark
you're
Souls gets good.
saying?
Not
That's true.
Dark
It
Souls
does.
gets good.
Here Zach goes again, not
Zach.
liking any
Zach-
video
Zach
game
goes.
because he's bad.
let's hear what Zach has to say here.
I'm Zach.
Here we
I've
fucking
been
go.
watching. I've only been watching football since like 2011, 2012, I think.
You got it.
Chris.
I don't fucking know.
I don't
Sure.
know. At least
Life
I started watching
story.
football.
Why is Chris keeping track of how
I-
long you've been watching
You know
football?
what? I don't
Because
know.
I got the Google.
You guys think my team is the Patriots. I am New England garbage. I do like the Patriots.
How
I'll
often do
take
you
it.
eat at Dunkin' Donuts?
Hey, Zach.
I eat a Dunkin'. I get a Dunkin' Donuts iced coffee at least once a
I
week.
go with my
Hey,
brother
Zach.
Matt
Hey, Zach.
twice a day.
Dude, their iced coffee is fucking wicked.
So you've been a Pats fan.
Uh-huh.
Who was the quarterback before Tom Brady? I can tell you who the quarterback
I mean,
was.
that's not fair. He just said he started
It's a
watching
pretty
5
easy
years
question.
ago.
Wait, no.
It's like
no.
Drew Bledsoe or something. I forget the hell of his actual name.
I'll give him-
I'll give him Blitzo. That is actually
give
correct.
him
that.
I'm proud of you.
No.
You
I
want a
know
little bit of
I
respect
know-
today.
Listen, let me tell you something. I am not the biggest football fan. I will watch my team. Last year I slacked hard. I watched like 2 games, not including the Super Bowl. This year I watched. I'm really happy I did because we had a good season.
Obviously.
Obviously.
You won the Super Bowl.
We were deflating footballs all year.
I mean,
so,
yeah.
yeah.
And getting
candies.
How do you
Yeah.
feel about Goodell?
Goodell, I don't. You know what? I don't really care. He hates
A
us.
man's
We
gotta
make
do
money,
what a
whatever.
man's gotta do.
Let me tell you something.
Alright.
I feel about the Patriots how Robert Kraft feels about prostitutes. He knows it's wrong, but he
Inexpensive
still
and
loves
nice.
them.
And he's always rock hard.
Yeah, that's,
Are you
Oh,
not?
oh, fun fact, I've also only been to Gillette Stadium once, and it was for a Taylor Swift concert.
Fake fan.
How much do you think she
Fake
costs?
fan,
How much do you think she costs?
$70 a ticket.
I was thinking.
That's
$100
honestly
an hour.
not bad for a concert ticket at
And
all.
Gillette's.
I was listening to Breakup
I just
Songs.
spent
Okay.
$115.
We're devolving into
Alright,
Taylor
alright,
Swift.
we're going into
Joe.
Joe's-
What's wrong with Taylor
Joe's-
Swift?
We're talking about football.
Oh shit! All right, I was dreading the moment. Hi, what's up? I'm Joe, and I like the Green Bay Packers.
Hi,
go.
cheesehead.
Yeah. Bring it on, bring it on. You know what pisses me off?
Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback ever.
Oh yeah,
I mean, he is the best
Go
quarterback
State
ever.
Farm.
He's
But no, what really? Do you know what really pisses me off? That
Bears
Vermont,
did better.
And I think the
We
Vikings
still-
did better.
we still beat you once.
The first game of the season.
I will take
Wait,
it.
hold up. Did the Lions do better than the Packers?
To Google.
Yeah,
They were one game behind.
No.
Packers were one game
I
behind.
think
or
Packers
Lions?
were third.
Lions were.
Packers are third. Lions
Yeah,
fourth.
Lions were one
Holy
game.
fuck!
Oh.
What happened to the Packers?
You ever seen a fucking Lions game with Packers? We injure the fuck out of
Well,
each other.
can I just say?
I
early-
love playing the Lions just because it's in.
You ever see the Baltimore
You know how- you know why
Ravens
you were
go
above
against the
It's
New England
not
Patriots?
your turn yet.
Was it
It's
ties?
not
Bullshit
hard.
ties? Are we gonna talk about those?
The reason you were above the Lions was because you had one tie.
You guys had the same
Fuck
exact
ties.
record.
You pretty
You've
much
gone
were the
on
same.
record as saying tie is a loss.
I agree.
You would be 6-10.
But fuck the ties.
A tie is
All right.
a
I mean,
loss if
yeah.
you're contending for a fucking playoff.
All I'm gonna say now.
If you ain't first, you're last.
Listen.
Exactly.
No, like
I agree. No, don't get me wrong.
No, that like
Fuck ties.
what happened?
Shouldn't
to
be in the
Packers?
NFL.
on another note,
We spent $140
please do
million
not
on Aaron
bang.
Rodgers.
Please do not bang the table
Yeah,
because everyone's mic just spiked a shit ton.
Yes, that. Anyway.
I mean, I'm gonna leave it in. I'm just letting you know. The more you
The Packers.
Oh my god.
Can you not break my mic?
Listen,
and
we should've-
Zach's the one who drank the
Listen.
least.
Aaron Rodgers is an amazing quarterback. We
Jesus
shouldn't spend as much
Christ.
money as we do on him.
I'll drink
We
to
should have just
that.
built the team from there.
What?
I
Off of
mean,
Aaron
Yes,
Rodgers?
Joe,
It's
but they've
Aaron
been saying that
Rodgers.
for 10 years.
I know. We just focus on quarterbacks.
6 and
Brett
9.
Favre.
You've had a couple good tight ends in the
Yeah,
past couple
but-
of years, though.
Yeah, no,
To
I'm not
focus
saying
on
we don't have a
quarterbacks, you give him
bad structured
targets.
team. It's just that we could have better. It's just that we primarily
Joe,
focus on quarterbacks.
the only
which is good.
target that they've given him in the past 5 years that was worth anything was Jordy Nelson.
Yeah, then we got
And then they
fucking
took him away from him. and gave
Array.
him Devontae
Array.
Adams.
Array.
Yeah, true. But they gave him Devontae Adams, and it's like
Devontae Adams is a
Devontae
monster.
Adams is only as good as Aaron Rodgers is throwing.
Same with Jordy. Look at him in the fucking Raiders. He wasn't even that good.
He's
Derek
still
Carr
produced 1,000
isn't
yards
bad.
season.
It's just I think Gruden's honestly the problem right there.
Yeah,
He's,
Well,
old. He's like an
it's
ancient.
the owner
No.
and
Gruden
the
is.
coach.
Listen,
I-
Packers should be shit.
I believe Gruden's building a team. We don't need to go in.
Building the team.
I mean,
Let's.
I mean, he got 10 million, so he's
I-
living large. Or
I-
what? 100 million.
100
He,
million.
no, he
10
made
years.
bank. He made.
He's
I-
doing 10 years for however much.
I think the fact that Amari Cooper goes to the Cowboys and
performs
is like the
that
top
was the trade of the
receiver.
year.
Yeah.
That was
for
the
sure.
steal of the. And
Had to
remember what we
outshine
all
Khalil
thought?
Mack.
We were like who?
I remember-
the
Yeah, well,
first
you know what?
rounder.
Remember,
for,
you wanted me to
Amari
trade him because
Cooper?
you wanted him
Right.
that bad, and it was
You
no one
wanted
thought.
you wanted the Lions, Marvin Jones Jr.
Which I got,
in-
which
in
didn't either
fantasy.
because
We're
he went on
talking-
IR. But
We're talking about fantasy right now. Me and Caleb were
Yeah,
number 1 and
but-
number 2 in the league.
Oh wow!
flops.
Fucking brag about it. You beat
I
up with
mean,
statistics.
everybody was talking shit before
Hey,
the
Ross,
year
you said the last
started.
5 sentences.
gay.
All right, let's talk. Like Caleb.
All right, let's move on.
Caleb's turn to talk about his team.
Oh wait,
Yes.
also the New York Giants. Caleb
You
here,
want to hug it out?
one of the biggest wasters of talent in the NFL.
Really? You want to talk about waste of talent?
I think
Multiple players.
I just brought up the
waste
Raiders,
of
and I
talent.
think that trumps
Oh
everything.
no, man. How much we paid for freaking Aaron Rodgers? We
I
didn't do
feel like
dick with him.
I feel like there's just faith right around.
Although I will say, Josh, on podcast.
You feel like there's what right around the corner?
Close.
So everyone can know.
All
Great
it's
fucking
just
game.
missing-
Would you shut the fuck up,
It's
Joe?
just- Caleb, it's just missing that one piece that just makes it all work.
Yeah,
You
but
got
they keep.
Odell, you got Sterling Shepard, Evan Ingram.
How does it feel that your best
Stephon.
quarterback on the roster is a wide receiver?
What?
Odell
Meh.
Beckham Jr.
I
No.
mean,
No.
Statistically, Eli actually.
Eli had
the
actually a
best
really
season
good
of his
year.
career.
Compare, like,
They
guys,
just didn't win
it's a
any
meme.
games.
Every time you go.
It's a meme.
It's a me.
I feel like
It's
every
a
year
meme,
though they
dude.
say we need this
It's
one
a
piece,
meme,
they get
dude.
that piece, and like, oh, now we need this piece. No, you need
Yeah.
to rebuild the team.
I know. They need to get rid of Eli, and I think Dwayne Haskins is the right pick.
They're gonna start him again this year, but they need to have someone behind him
I
that's
think
ready to
Dwayne- I
start
think
the
Dwayne
year
Haskins will be behind him
following.
and take over probably half the way through the year. That's the trend.
Caleb, I know you just started watching a guy called Urinating Tree. I'm gonna give him a little plug actually. This guy is
Yes.
fucking
We'll give him our 2
Hilarious.
fans.
hilarious. This Urinating Tree on YouTube has some of the funniest sports content I have ever seen. Like, I'm talking rolling on the floor, pissing your pants laughing. His
Just
Days of Our Steelers.
Days of Our
series
Steelers is the
greatest
series of
thing.
the year.
And I don't know if anyone else here has watched Urinating Trees videos or not.
No.
You guys have seen them?
We share them
His-
to each other.
Okay. His videos on like the NFL playoffs are some of my favorite things
Spot
on
on,
YouTube.
dude.
They are spot on and they
Spot
are hilarious. He calls
Ben
calls
Roethlisberger,
Captain
Captain Fat Fuck, leader among men.
But
Leader
honestly,
among men.
honestly, if any one of us had to describe the NFL though, it's urinating tree.
Yeah,
Like,
that's he has
It's
really
very-
good hockey videos too for people who like hockey who like
He does
me.
every sport. Like, he's very
Yeah.
knowledgeable when it comes to, like, any
Seriously.
sport, but he makes it, like...
does he do bowling?
No, I don't
Okay,
think so.
yeah, the professional bowling league, because that's so entertaining.
Listen, you can make that
He
funny.
don't talk
Let's
shit
be-
about bowling.
And here's Curly Q. You can spin that shit real good.
Look at that gutter ball. Is it bad that as a 22-year-old man, I put the gutters up whenever I can playing bowling?
Oh no,
Those
dude.
shit's
that's
fun
just
as fuck.
crap.
That
It's-
shit's
have you
agile.
done
That's just man. Yeah.
Let's
Wait,
get to Sam.
I
talking
use
about
the
the
slide.
It's more
variable.
we haven't even made
When
it
it comes
halfway
to-
Let's
around
make
the
it on the
circle.
table. Yeah, sorry.
Alright,
So-
Sam's turn.
Come here, drink. Well, I was gonna talk about bowling story, but I forgot we were talking about the Full NFL. circle. But so yeah, I am a Baltimore Ravens fan.
Trash.
Let's
How's
be
that wide
honest.
receiver doing that quarterback?
You know what? He's the new era.
Yeah.
He brought us to the playoffs. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, Joe Flacco's our quarterback. He brought us a ring.
Was.
He was. R.I.P. Went to the Broncos.
Now your quarterback's a running back.
But
That was a good investment, right?
it was. But the good move about that is we save so much salary cap, and we
Sick.
have so much money to get that many more players. Because let's be honest, we're not gonna pay Lamar the amount we paid for Joe Flacco.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
Well, what were they paying Joe Flacco?
Joe-
I think for a 4-year contract.
When he was starting.
Okay, so right after he won the Super
Yep.
Bowl,
Yeah, he signed. a
he
contract.
signed a brand new contract for what, 128
Yeah.
million?
He was
A
the highest
year?
paid at one
He
point.
was he was the highest
Rodgers beat
paid.
him.
Really?
And
Yeah.
like,
No, I think
let's be honest,
Broncos
like,
beat him in the
yes,
Yes.
he's an elite quarterback, quote, but he
Listen,
was
he knew when to
smart.
renegotiate that contract.
That's a
That was
big
very smart.
right there.
He was
At
He's
that
up
time,
at
he
the,
was.
but he was smart. His contract
did well.
ended. He won a Super Bowl and he signed big.
Best time
Like,
to renegotiate.
That's
I mean, he
honestly
made
He made the bag.
He made
Yeah, no, he made the bread.
He already won the
Island
Super
in
Bowl.
middle of
Played for
nowhere.
money.
Listen,
He
I
made-
can do that.
You
exactly.
don't have to play as hard.
It's like
I mean-
I can't argue with that. Like the Baltimore Ravens, they've been a team since 1996. We're a pretty new era team.
Is
like,
that really? 96.
1990. I
Oh,
wow.
yeah.
Fucking
It's
as
not
old
like
as
God
I
it
am.
was-
moved from another city name or
Well,
whatever.
we
It's-
used to be the Baltimore Colts.
Oh, that's right.
But-
Then the Colts moved to Indianapolis,
But-
and then you start up. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
Gotcha,
So
okay.
I mean, like, to be a organization since 1996 and to go to the Super Bowl for 2 out of 20 something years, like, yeah, it's decent. You can talk about other teams and how they can go 5 out of fucking 8 years, but
I think it's.
Well, no-
I think it's undoubtedly true that Ray Lewis is the most important player in Ravens history.
of
In
course.
defense, I would say in defensive
Of course.
history.
No, I would say Lawrence.
I mean,
Taylor
Ed-
is-
No,
He's up there.
Lawrence
He's
Taylor.
not the
Ed,
most.
Ed
Oh.
Reed could be
Hang on,
argued for
hang
that too.
He's up there for
Yeah,
the most important defense.
listen,
He's not
like-
I think it's
defense.
undoubtable that Lawrence Taylor was the best.
Oh,
No,
easily,
if
but-
you're pushing
easily,
but-
defense, there's a lot of other candidates
exact-
besides these.
But he was. Great.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not saying
No,
that.
no, no. He
He's
was
definitely
great, and he is the
top 20 all
face.
time.
He is
Of
the
course.
face
Oh,
of the
yeah.
Ravens. Don't.
Yeah,
I'm not
Of
discrediting Ray
course.
Lewis.
I agree. No, I agree.
But
I'm
without
just-
him, I don't think they
Brian
make either
Urlacher.
Super Bowl run. Seriously.
Also very.
I mean,
good.
when
He's
you-
the centerpiece.
Was
Ray
the-
Lewis
was the
is the
defense, like-
centerpiece.
They beat the Giants in their first one.
Oh, they
Yes,
slaughtered
yeah.
him.
In
Slaughtered
then
him.
what,
they-
2002?
It
No, it
was.
was
2002 or
no, I think it was
2003?
98 or 93.
No, it was in the 2000s.
It was either 2002 or 2003 where the Ravens
Slaughtered
beat the
him.
Giants
Slaughtered him.
It
in
was
the
2000.
first. Yeah, it was.
It was 2000.
2000s or-
Ravens
Oh.
Giants was 2000.
It was
Oh,
2000.
okay.
It was
It
the
was
Super.
three or two. You were like.
Okay, but yeah, like
The Ravens
when
won that.
you
It
bring
was a
up the
year.
when you bring up the Baltimore Ravens, like you think about their
They trash.
I mean, they've been to 2 Super Bowls, and like as we're talking about.
When was the last time the Bears won? a Super
Yeah.
Bowl?
Wait.
Da Bears. Da Bears.
Joe, wait, Joe. What are you talking about here? Or Josh? What are you guys
I'm
gonna
not
say
the one.
about any of this?
Hey,
shit.
hey! I'm not the one talking shit right now.
Hey,
all
I
right.
said the Bears.
Listen,
I'm saying they're
I wasn't
great.
just talking.
Yeah.
I'm not talking shit. I'm
No,
just kinda
Chris came in
talking
talking
about my
shit,
team.
and then it got
like-
turned
I'll
around
say-
on him.
I'll
I
say
said
this.
the Ravens were trash, and I will stand by that.
I'll say
2000
this:
season.
if I
I'll
had to
stand by
pick,
the Bears.
if I had to pick a team in the AFL to watch to follow, if I was not a Patriots fan, it would either be the Ravens or the Packers. Like honestly,
Packers or NFC.
excuse me, NFC. I'm fucking retarded.
I don't even know what the AFL is.
The
Let's be
AFL
honest.
is not anything. Wow. I am very tired.
Arena Football League.
The Arena.
No, let's.
Hang on, is that what that stands for? The AAF?
Yes.
No, the
Yeah.
I keep calling
AAF
it
isn't
the
the arena.
AAFL.
Oh, I thought
American
you said
Alliance.
AFL.
Like when we're talking
They're
about
already-
it, I keep calling it the AFL.
Wow, we're never gonna get around here. So how about
No.
Ross? Let's go.
Alright.
How do you feel about sports ball?
Foosball.
Foosball, Bobby.
Alright, so I love football. Like, it's an amazing game. All that. I don't really have a favorite team. But, you know, I have my certain teams that I like for, like, players. Certain personal connections, past history, whatever. But, yeah.
What would you say is you have the most favorited players on the team? Like,
Patriots.
Oh,
Whoa. Let's be honest, we weren't getting monetized anyway.
No.
yeah. Anyways, go on.
Susan Wojcicki's not giving us fucking any AdSense with that with our roster. Jesus.
Yeah, but you gotta blue
I'm sorry, that was
We
unnecessary.
gotta say
Yeah,
I
fake
take
we
back my
actually might
comments.
need to cut that.
Jesus.
We'll take that back.
These fig Newtons.
Hate speech.
All right, you were
Go ahead.
saying.
I don't really have a favorite team. That's all.
Do you have? So you don't have like a team that you have more players that are favorited on?
No, I don't. That's just my thing.
It's really.
All right,
I love the
well,
game as it is,
Oh.
not really for a fucking team.
Fight.
I should enjoy watching football. Sure.
Duke it out. Let's go. Right.
All right,
We've
so
been on. Oh, go ahead.
Well,
Drew,
I'm
sorry.
I was just gonna
I'm
say
a
we-
Giants fan. Oh, wait.
Hi,
not
I'm Alex and I'm an
Oh.
alcoholic. Yes, you did.
You started it.
You
started
started
I
it.
started the topic, but I never said anything. Okay,
You said
that's
you were
fine.
like,
You
I'm
said
a
you're
giant.
Oh, I
You
know,
said
yeah,
you
yeah,
were
Yeah,
a
yeah,
giant.
You
fan.
guys were like, "Oh, that was
Holy
hard," and I was
shit.
like, "Yeah." And
Am I just that drunk that I missed
Passed
that
out.
entire
No,
conversation?
let me preface my my huge mistakes as well as Alex
Felix.
and Joe's. It's like what, almost midnight, and
It's
some
after
of us
midnight.
some of us are very drunk, and we're recording this in my fucking home office again.
What is drunk?
What is drunk? I think.
Oh no,
What
I
is
think there's a
up?
bottle.
I'm exhausted.
Well, okay, this could be kind of fun. What's the drunkest that you've ever been?
Shall I start?
Wait.
Shall I start?
Michael, would you like
Let's
to?
Ross start
Yes,
this one.
yeah,
Let him-
we'll
let
start
him-
Another drink for this.
No. Find the rest of this story on our Patreon, along with Sam's Snapchat.
All right, listen. Let's just
You get double.
cut it
reaction.
there.
All right,
We'll cut it there.
Because we're gonna
So-
just say that one person's story took 3 people to
Yeah.
tell and took
Far too long.
it took a while.
Content.
Yeah, I was gonna
And
say.
now we don't even want it in there.
Chris, what's
That's
your
just.
what's your most drunk story?
Oh,
There it is.
I
Wow.
didn't realize it was
I
gonna
didn't-
take that
I completely
long,
forgot
honestly.
that was the topic.
We
To
went
be
through
honest.
the entire
You,
thing.
I got some.
I was
blinded
gonna
by
get
rage.
from
Oh,
I was gonna cut out a
drunk
whole
me.
bunch, but
What's the
apparently you got
drunkest you-
obviously
Excuse
I
me,
don't
Chris
remember
needs
the
to think about
entire
his
thing.
drunk story. Do you need someone else to go before you?
I'm just
I-
trying to.
I can tell a quick one.
I can
Does it
definitely.
involve-
I can spit out
Plenty of
5.
them.
Does yours involve
I
shrubbery?
just kind of wanted to explain how I broke my
Yeah,
own
let me
window
tell that.
and all
Let's-
that, but I didn't even get
So,
to that.
Oh
Yeah,
no! You should just
I'll
tell
tell you
yourself
something.
about the naked part.
We'll go back to that. Ross already had his 50 minutes of shame. So.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, I mean, to be fair, Ross talked maybe 3 minutes
Yeah,
of
all
it.
of it.
And 50 minutes of shame. So, Alex, you want to go?
All right, so it was my 21st birthday, and I was having a party at a hibachi restaurant where they cook in front of you, and we brought about I think it was 12 people out, and we were drinking scorpion bowls, and we pre-gamed with some vodka, and then we went out on the town and then had this hibachi,
quality.
after we left the hibachi restaurant, we went down the street and I got something, a drink called the, what was it, Zach? It was the,
The Ungrateful Dead, which is,
Oh,
which is a Long Island iced tea
Oh.
for those of our drinkers out there.
Best drink I've ever had.
With
I love
with
that drink.
with
Instead
one more
of
liquor
sour
in it. So
mix-
instead of I believe it's 9.
no, it's 9 liquors.
It's 9 different liquors mixed into
It's
a
a
drink.
Yeah,
Long
just fuck
Island
the
iced
Coca-Cola
tea.
part.
It gets
It's a
you
Long
fucked
Island
up.
iced tea
had
without
no
Coca-Cola and raspberry liqueur.
Yeah, you know the mixer. Fuck the mixer. Here's
Yeah.
more booze.
There's
Yeah.
more booze. It's
So,
pretty.
so I had
There
no
you go.
idea what I was ordering, but I was told to order this, and I was looking for a free drink, so I did it, and so I drank this, and that was the tipping point. So we went to the next restaurant, and it was this kind of like low key underground place, and we went there, and the what do you call her, bartender. It was a woman. She was like very flirtatious, and I was super fucked up. And I was with my friend who was like hyping me up, and he was super fucked up too. And so she came and served us our drinks. So we threw the money, threw the money up in the air.
Yeah.
And
That,
yeah, we were super fucked up. I mean, like
That-
I, at that point, like I had drinking like 3 mojitos when we got there too. Like
Now-
I got trashed.
Can real quick to cut into your story here? To reiterate what bar you were quote unquote making it rain at, which I saw.
It was Noble.
You were. It was a bar called the Noble, which is like almost. It's a really fancy.
It's gone.
It's not a shit bar. It's a pretty upscale.
That was a
fucking
really
bar.
nice bar.
I'm so
It's an
upset. Where's John,
upscale.
dude?
It's an upscale like whiskey wine tasting bar, and we have a friend who's about 5'7", and we have Alex, who's standing on a bar stool throwing money at a fucking bartender while I'm sitting there drinking a mojito
And
watching
she
this
liked
unfold.
it. She was like, "Oh yeah, bring it on." And I was like,
No, no,
She's
no,
getting
She wants
money.
so
She's
I'll give
getting
her
money.
She looked at you. I don't know if it was annoyance or I don't know, but it might be the stupidest thing I've ever
I was
seen.
so trashed.
What I remember
It was my
from-
birthday about
I would
9
just like to
times.
point out, you guys tipped maybe a total of $3 in that
Total.
whole.
Oh yeah,
fucking
you guys.
time.
I mean, I tip.
No, I'm
guys
saying
tip
that
like
whole time
shit.
where you threw all that cash
He was
over
just
there,
paying for the
you
drink.
probably paid
You know
the drink
ironic
in like
part,
$2
Chris?
bucks.
I paid for it on my card.
So you just threw all that money away?
Basically.
No.
Well, I remember when we went there for
So,
Sam's.
Listen, you were hammered, but no.
Oh well, hold on. I remember when we went there for Sam's birthday and we were drinking,
So-
and the guy was like, "You can't order more than 1 drink at a time." And I just looked at him real quick.
That was for my birthday.
That was for your birthday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or his
Birthday.
fucking day it was. I remember. This is why I don't remember. I'm like, come on, man, let me get another drink. He was like, I'm like, I'll tip well. And he's like, we'll see what we can do.
That's where the whole drink drama came from.
Yeah.
no.
But we figured out
Fucking
earlier
shit show.
that they probably overcharged
Let
us.
me finish the story up. Let me finish the story up.
I don't remember the drink.
Yeah,
drama.
Alex, please continue
Let me
with the
finish
rest
the
of it.
story up. Let me finish the story.
I genuinely don't remember that.
So at this point we decided we're gonna leave this bar. So we start walking down the street, and I am completely teetering between blackout drunk and barely coherent.
You tackled tree.
And
There's
we
no
start walking
difference.
down the street, and we realize that we've separated from our friends. So our friends call us, and we're like, "Oh yeah, we're right at this specific location." We
Move
hang up
to
the
another
phone, We
location.
stand there for about 10 seconds, then we go, "Yeah, let's just leave," and we walk away.
Yep, that's about right.
And we go to the next spot, and then somehow they catch up with us, and we were like, "Oh yeah, perfect. This
Whiskey
worked out
Grandpa.
well." And then some other people joined. At this point, where I'm literally blackout drunk, and some other friends that join us, and they brought us to another bar. And he was like, "Hey, let me buy you a drink. It's your birthday." So I get a shot and a beer. And at this point, I am just absolutely hammered. I take a shot, and I grab a beer, and I go to the table and sit down. And this is the point where I really just lost completely control. I spilled the beer all over my
What's your fine motor function?
yeah, exactly. I went cerebral palsy mode.
What did I hear?
This motherfucker
And,
full on
and
The
I knocked
same as
over-
Joe on the Super
I
Bowl.
knocked over my beer and
Honestly.
onto my friend's girlfriend.
He went full
And,
sponge gar.
And at that point, they escorted me out of the restaurant. And we lingered out on the stairs in the court there, and tons of pictures of me were taken. just a space cadet.
I would like to say I'm
And,
the prime photographer in that
The
one.
next morning, I was alerted that I ended up sitting down and laying in a bush
I think the word is falling.
to take a nap.
That's
Do you
your
mind
Twitter
if I-
picture.
Do you mind if I add me getting you
When
into your
somebody tried
house?
to get me out of there, I was like, just leave me here. So
Wait, can I want to add the part after this when I had to drag you into your home.
Yeah, well, I don't remember that.
Yeah,
so
I know you don't
so
remember
part,
that.
so.
Yeah, drive. Or,
Let's not jump into other people's stories like that.
okay.
Oh.
Cause no, I mean that's what happened with Sam earlier.
Yeah.
And it took like 30 minutes.
Fine.
Technical difficulties. This is the issues of setting up on a fucking beer pong table we have here. Fortunately, it's all we got, so.
Well, the main issue is the mic's in one spot and then someone leans back and
Yeah,
talks
and
like
goes
this,
all the
and
way back, and you gotta stay in
The levels
you gotta stay
kind of
in one
move around.
place so it gets all poppy.
So, I guess anyone else have an interesting way too drunk story?
I got a couple.
Oh, we know you do.
So, yeah,
Mine's terrible.
I feel like
Please
Caleb
don't
should
bring
go
me
on
up.
He hasn't talked to me.
No,
Caleb-
yeah.
Caleb,
Mine's-
go. I'm fine with Caleb going
Yeah, let's
first.
go, let's go.
Mine's terrible.
Is Alex's story done?
I think we're done with
Yeah.
that.
Alex is done. We're good.
Alex passed out. In
He's
the
just
bush.
fixing
yeah,
his
the
mic
bush,
over
that was
there.
at the end.
Alright, Caleb, you go.
So, mine unfortunately wasn't out or anything. I was 19.
Wait, do you mean 21?
Yeah, 21.
Oh yeah,
because we drink-
totally.
Yeah,
21.
I know you
waiting
made
on
that
the-
mistake.
Yeah,
We all drink legally here,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Anyway, first time I'd ever
Love
drank
cough syrup.
anything seriously ever, unfortunately. So I have not topped it yet. Started out the night with White Russians. It's always a good night, good drink to start a night of heavy drinking with.
Would you mind
Debauchery.
telling us what's in a what is in a White Russian for those who may not know?
Milk,
Oh yeah.
That's what you want.
I love mixing alcohol with milk. Go on.
vodka,
Oof.
and Kahlua.
Terrific.
Disgusting.
Sounds pretty good.
It's
I'll say this: White Russians are fucking
By
delicious.
themselves, they're
fantastic.
great. But mixed with the next drinks,
Yeah.
which include 6 to 7 Miller High Lifes.
the champagne of beer.
Correct.
Can you not tell he's 21?
Yeah.
3 shots of
What air
vodka,
quotes?
and 2 other White Russians that 2 people did not finish.
Oh,
Were
so
they
you're
room
just
temperature?
scavenging at this point?
I was so drunk, I was
When you
taking any
black out,
drink that
you
had any
always
content
scavenge.
left in it.
Listen, I'm not disapproving. I'm just saying.
Were those White Russians room temperature the last two?
They had been out for a solid 2 hours.
Solid.
Oh, that's not okay. So go on. Yeah, let's keep this going.
So I proceed to put on heavy music and mosh around the room and hit everyone in sight. Up and down multiple times, people telling me I need to stop, will not listen. Next thing I know, I'm half conscious on the floor with my stepbrother coming home high out of his mind, pouring half chlorine, half water mixture on me so it doesn't smell like vomit, and then vacuuming up the vomit.
Wait,
Wait,
where
wait,
did
wait.
the vomit come in?
Oh, mine.
Oh.
That's when I woke up.
Oh.
That's when I came back to consciousness. I had about
You
my
haven't seen
entire
the
body
video.
I've
weight.
seen the video.
Have you seen the video? There's a video.
Wait,
I'm
Caleb,
asking,
I have a question.
For the
I have a
It's
question.
not a video anyone wants to see.
No, I want to see it. Hang on, but I have a question for this. When the where were you partying or like whatever was?
Oh, it was my room with thick wool carpet, so it still smells like vomit to this day.
No.
Oh, you can see the stains.
Were you at like a family gathering or
Nope.
something?
No, just had friends over, and they were like, "Yeah, let's drink." I'm like, "Cool," and I proceeded to have an
Who
entire
serves
cabinet's worth
White
of alcohol.
Russians at a family gathering?
I would.
I don't know what his famous about.
Joseph
Disgusting.
would.
White Russians are fantastic, and I won't hear anything fucking about it. Let me tell you
sorry.
something. On a fucking cold day, you come home, sit by the fire, and
Drink
have
me.
On a cold day,
White
it's
Russian.
called
I would like
Baileys
to
and
just-
hot chocolate.
Baileys and coffee. I was at
Add
a
a little
wedding.
bit Jackson.
Listen,
and you're good.
Well, I don't like coffee.
I'd like to
you
just
know.
point out this was our NFL talk.
Oh my
Well,
god.
okay, to be fair, we
I
did
love
say we were going to
booze.
move on.
Did say with
we,
the
we
balls.
said we were going to move on after the NFL talk.
Did say
no,
with
was
the
it-
balls.
was
We got
that
to share about my team.
Yes, you did.
Yes, you tried to do it
The
twice.
first one. So, I.
we can hear you from back there?
Yeah, really. How about you sit next to the mic?
So
So,
that's a good drunk story, I would say.
Yeah, Caleb, I saw the video. There is video for the listeners.
No, don't.
No, I don't think we
I'm
want
not
to
putting
post
it
it.
in.
Give us 10
I don't,
minutes.
No,
know,
no,
I
no.
don't know if we want to
It would
edit
take
this in there.
We wouldn't be
but-
able to get
Ruined.
it. We'd
Maybe
have
we
to-
could get 10,000 likes.
If,
You know, it was,
I'll
We'd
tell
have to
you
get
what,
10 likes.
If we hit 10,000 listens and we get
I'll show my
$500
dick.
a month on Patreon, we'll post it to Twitter. And
I'll
fucking-
post my dick.
Nobody wants to.
No one wants to see
What's
that.
up with you and dicks?
Sorry,
Do
yeah,
it.
really. So
You're talking about dicks a lot
you
today.
really are.
I
The
need
Lakers
5
syndrome.
likes,
Yeah.
and Joe will post
Listen,
a
I was in a
dick
enclosed area with you two for a certain amount of hours.
One like equals
I was
Likes
silent.
and Joe will post a pic of his chode.
one like one equals one dick
Again.
pic.
I don't think anyone can hear you from back there.
5 likes and Joe will post a picture of his chode.
I think that
4 likes.
You gotta match the inches to the likes.
I have a couple.
Stop being
That's
generous,
really
Josh.
gross. I have a couple really bad drunk stories. I
We're
think
going
that-
for the worst drunk.
Yeah,
Moon
we're-
shoes.
Moon
Whoa.
No
shoes.
shoes.
I think I win, but we're not gonna
It's up
elaborate
there.
on my story.
I don't-
I've
Well,
never
here's
had a
the
really
thing.
bad drunk story with you.
Roger
So-
didn't finish his story with the
I-
fact that he
We're
climbed
done.
through
It
his
depends.
butt naked.
We're done.
Yeah, you know, remember that part where he didn't want to finish it? Yeah, that was it right there.
So
So, anyways,
I think
Zach.
that I don't. So let me preface this.
Oh.
Let me preface this by saying I think I'm a handful when I'm drunk, but I don't think I'm a problem. Because I don't puke. I don't throw.
Yeah.
You don't have to. You have to watch me, but you don't have to like full on. He's puking. Roll him over so he doesn't die.
Oh, well, yeah.
Right? Okay.
Most people are.
Right.
I've never been there.
So I think. What should I tell him? My 21st birthday, or should I tell him New Year's Eve?
New Year's Eve.
X-Day?
New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
New Year's Eve.
Or origin story of Moon Shoes.
Yeah. So
When I'm fucked.
Should we introduce the background?
No, that's all right. We don't even need to tell us how it happened. It happened.
What's your name?
Basically, this was New Year's Eve. I'm not sure of the date. My microphone is falling. So.
A1 setup.
Christ.
Hold on one second.
Boy. Someone want to talk about something while I'm dead air over here trying to fucking fix
This is
mic?
my fucking
The worst
city,
part is
bitch.
you're not dead air.
Yeah,
That's
I'm not. That's right. So. Oh boy. Okay, hang on. My entire microphone's falling over. So while I'm doing this,
no. Hold on. Give me a second. Let me just try and fucking figure out which chord is fucking yours. And...
No, wait. I think,
Hey, how about Trump?
no, we're okay. We're
No, stop.
good. Orange man bad.
I'm glad I
We're good,
muted
we're
Zach
good.
for
It's
that.
not even a good time.
Now he's good.
All right.
Alright, shut up.
Sorry, we had a little technical difficulty there.
He knocked over his mic.
I'm fucking special needs. So
Play
we
RuneScape.
this was New Year's Eve a couple of years ago, and we were having a party at Joseph's house.
Yes, hello.
Now
Oh, that is.
there have
It's a
been
good
many a drunken night in that basement with no real issues.
Hey, man.
This
super
No,
horny.
wait.
yeah, this
Hey,
whole
wait,
night,
wait. Issues. We don't need to go into
Yeah,
that.
we're
That's
not, gonna
not
talk about
you.
that. That's not me. The issue
No.
was not me.
No,
I-
not at all.
The whole thing
That's a
was
story for a different time.
Yeah.
Oh, I could go into it right now. if you
This
want to.
week, on the next week of the Homies.
Oh Christ. I came late because I came directly from work. Now at this old job where I work for the fucking parking authority, which I've probably got about an hour's worth of stories right there. I came late. I came around 11 o'clock or no, 10 o'clock ish, right? I'm not sure.
That's not important.
Well, it is
at all.
because
It's really-
everyone else.
Just tell the stories,
Everyone else was.
He had to
drunk
catch up while we were
off
already
my
drinking
ass,
for a few
or
minutes.
Off their asses.
Hours, not minutes.
So
And they
I
like to drink.
decided to catch up, and I happened to have moonshine. And
Boy, did you catch up.
yeah, I caught up. I
Did you
drank
down the entire bottle of moonshine?
not the entire. I drank about half the mason jar full.
That's a lot.
It was about 32 ounces.
Moonshine.
It was about- yeah.
Store bought or?
It was
store-bought.
moonshine-
It was not what you. It was not grain alcohol moonshine. It was store bought.
We like grain though too.
However, it was pretty strong, and I
Shout
drank
out to
about
Grace.
half the bottle in under a minute or so. Just pounded it,
Yeah, you went through half in about 2 minutes.
and
If that.
I immediately got drunk. Obviously, began. I don't really remember too much. I was asking for crackers. At one
You
point,
asked for toast.
toast. Excuse me.
Yeah.
There are videos to accomplish this.
and just for,
Na,
maybe for a
ni,
little
na,
throwback, does
ni,
anyone in the
na,
audience maybe
ni.
remember the were they actual moon shoes? Was that what they
Yeah, they were called moon shoes, and they were like
No,
little
the kids' toy.
trampolines. Yeah, this was in the
Internet.
90s, and they were
Early
red. They were like
2000s,
they were like red, and they had purple ones, and they were like metal shoes that you put over your shoes with like trampoline tops on them. So picture you're walking on trampolines
Walking on the
all
moon.
the time.
I'll just insert a photo.
Yeah,
Make
if
life so
Chris
much
could edit a
easier.
photo into here, that'd be great.
Thanks, editor.
Fuck off.
I began screaming about how I'd be fucked if I couldn't find my moon shoes.
When I'm
along-
fucked, I can't find my moon shoes.
Yeah,
quote from-
a direct
from the man
quote from
himself.
man who was fucked. So, along with that, I ended up asking for toast, and I had to piss really badly.
You
and
did.
So I spent a good amount of the night crawling to the bathroom because
Yep.
my own words. I do remember saying this, and I stand by this logic.
You're right. It was just hilarious to
I
watch.
couldn't walk, so I decided to crawl.
Listen, you had to revert back into your old stage of, listen, walking's out the door. I can crawl. I used to crawl as a baby. There we go.
Yeah, I lost a lot of
It wasn't
time.
even like he was crawling. He was just
He was
walk.
kinda-
He was just like walking on his knees at one point.
Yeah,
Like he wasn't no hands,
Yeah.
just on his knees.
Yeah, I mean, I remember him at one point going like this, but I do remember at one point like hauling
Yeah,
ass on
yep,
his
that
knees.
happened.
I had to. I managed to hit all that piss in that toilet. I didn't miss a drop.
Well, as long as you didn't clog it, we're good.
Yeah.
That's another story for another time.
But yeah, that was probably. I
A
don't
lot
think
of
it was
money
my.
was on the New Year's.
And that's so funny that that's one of the drunkest he's ever been, and he still wasn't the drunkest one that night.
No, oh yeah, no, he was
Fuck
tame.
no.
He was tame.
Because it goes back to him not being a problem.
He was a very good person.
Not a
Like-
problem with
Yeah.
drinking.
Like you
Yeah,
just
I'm a problem.
You
you
were,
can
you were very
like
funny to witness.
you know
and I
your
appreciate
limit.
You.
Yeah.
per se.
That's it.
Well, he knows
Yeah.
his limit that he can pass it, but he'll still be fine. 'Cause
He's
he knows how
I've
to-
never seen
yeah.
Zach blackout. Like
I don't think he has.
I don't think he's ever
never
blacked
been,
out.
I have never been fully blacked out.
It's
the
scary.
last time
It's scary,
the
man.
last time I got drunk, which was Halloween, I blacked out for I tend to black out for pieces. So I'll black out for like an hour and come back. Kind of.
don't get me wrong, you were a menace. You were like kicking street
Yeah.
cones and like
That was
screaming.
my 21st birthday.
It's his city.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, that was.
my city.
It
Oh,
was my
you're
city.
right.
Oh, boy.
I mean,
That-
I'm just saying in general
What
that
was
like
the tequila sunrise you drank? That was actually one.
Yeah,
that was
at
funny.
the end of the night, Josh was kind enough to buy me a tequila sunrise,
Oh,
which
no.
tasted really good. And then my lovely, caring girlfriend decided to replace it
bless
with
her.
water so that I wouldn't be fucking dead in the morning. And I drank a big gulp of water and said, "Boy, this tastes good."
you were like asking me
I was
for a
asking
tequila
you,
sunrise.
yeah,
you wanted another one. It's not like I was forcing it down your
Wait,
throat.
I thought you forced it.
Mm-mm.
All right.
No.
Well, anyway, that's kind of my drunk stories. I don't know. There's a lot of them.
Yes.
I'm
there
very
are,
proud of you.
There are a lot of them. I don't get
Zach.
drunk that often either.
I'm very, very proud of you.
A 4?
All right.
Those
Drinking
wonderful
fat.
drunk story you just told us.
That sounds really sarcastic.
Well,
Well,
at least it didn't take 20 minutes.
Yeah.
yeah.
there you go.
Well,
I fit 3. Hang on, I fit like 3 into 20.
Well, 20.
Whatever. I'm
Get it for
fucking
a
tired.
Relative.
Listen, it's
I mean-
well past midnight at this point,
Yeah,
and we are recording.
Do we want to?
We're tired.
Do we want to keep going with the drunk
Yeah,
stories?
Yeah,
Oh,
we don't have to stop. We can just.
We can just keep talking.
We can
What
just
do you
keep
guys-
talking.
Why don't we just?
I
I kind of
Like-
wanted to play werewolf.
We can
Yeah.
later. Listen, what time are we at?
We're at 46 minutes. Almost 47.
So do
46
we want to
minutes, you
conclude
guys wanna
this
con-
episode and then
well,
the next episode we continue
do
from
you
there
guys
so we can
want
get
me
3
to tell
episodes
a
in?
drunk story?
You guys
No, I'll
want?
continue
Yeah. Why
with the
don't we
drunk
get
story.
Why
I'll
don't we get a
continue.
drunk story from Sam?
Why don't we just
Sam.
add another one? Let's
Shut
I
your
mean-
whore mouth.
let's just not.
Tell that story. That is a podcast
but-
story.
Hey,
I
hang on.
was.
It's already over, Joe. Just go. Say it.
Okay, so we're if you're listening right now, we're continuing from the second episode going into episode 3. I
No,
believe.
this isn't
What?
a new. No, we're
No,
not
we're
starting.
just continuing?
Fuck.
Oh,
What?
You realize if we were to cut that right there, we'd have no intro, and then we'd probably have to record for at least another half
We're
hour.
already at
Yeah,
45
no.
minutes. The first episode was like
Use
45
your
minutes.
earballs.
We can just keep going. We don't have to stop at this like go
Trial
for-
by fire.
Guys, there's no.
Trial
Yeah,
by
like-
fire.
we're trying. Excuse
Sam-
the
We're,
word.
we're not gonna record a whole.
Joseph finished an
AKA
entire bottle of
Hoagie
whiskey. Do not
baby.
take anything he's saying at fact right
Please,
now.
Stop,
Sam.
yeah.
Why don't you take it from here? Can you tell
Yeah,
that
well,
story?
yeah, fine. Sam, go.
Which one?
There's more than one.
Pick
I thought
the
that was just
funniest.
That's
What,
why he
the-
said
the shut
one,
your.
yeah.
You know, when you told
All
that
right.
person of
Well,
female descent.
of course, I was.
Female descent.
Of course, I was older than 21. Of course.
Down
Sure.
with that.
Yep.
Like anyone who's listening gives a shit.
Thank you.
Cyber
And,
police.
This night I was. It was a doozy. It was a lot to learn, and it was pretty fucking funny. But long story short, my Jesse.
Who is Jesse?
My Jesse.
My Jesse.
Your
my
brother.
Sharona, but an alcoholic.
And
Could you say your brother?
or that, my brother.
There we go.
He had a female friend come to our family friend Billy's lake house. And many lake house stories, we'll get to that another day. But there was this one time where Jesse's friend came up to me, and I was just trying to have a conversation with her, trying to be normal, just like any other person to another person. And she ended up closing me out and like kept interrupting me. And
Kind of like this podcast.
And of course, drunk, older than 21, me.
Yes,
he was
yes,
a
you 21 plus. Go on.
Ended up looking at her like with a very deathly look stare, saying, "You shut your
Just
say it.
whore mouth."
Man.
You,
How
you
dare
said
you.
that.
No.
Yeah.
How?
You said that?
He said that
Right to her face.
Wow.
And the way you told me that story was
Balls on you, Sam.
it was a
How could you?
It was a you shut
Listen.
your whore mouth.
Yeah, it was more of a
You
slur.
felt good as fuck saying that, huh?
It was more of a
He felt
The real
empowered.
question: how erect were you when you said that?
Oh, I was super soft, bro.
That's your first mistake.
Soft serve.
You gotta go into that semi, man. You're just like, yeah, I can kind of take charge of this.
See,
Mike-
listen, at this point, I wasn't at the point of taking my brother's girls.
Can I just
so-
ask, how could you not be hard saying this?
How is it back?
It's fucking so late at night. Everything is funny to me.
So, what'd she say?
She honestly didn't even say anything. She just looked at me like, "Oh, you're just drunk," and I was like, "Yeah,
Yo.
yeah, the fuck
And you're a whore, he says.
I'm drunk. You're a whore. Let's continue.
5
And it
feet
was
away from the
no, it was
microphone.
just like I don't know. I was drunk. I said that, but she was really rude because I was just trying to talk to her because she was my brother's like girl at the time. So I was just trying to connect.
We got a little adjustment happening here.
It's not gonna work.
Oh man,
You recorded nothing.
there he is. He's back off the couch.
Cool.
Anyone else? So, I guess maybe me or Alex has to get to. No, Alex already did his drunk.
Do you-
story.
Yes, Alex
Would
had already
you,
gone.
I have plenty of lake house stories.
There's a
I
lot
can
of
tell.
lake house.
I can talk about my
stories.
21st.
I have a lot of drunk
I
stories.
have
I just
plenty
don't know
lake
which one
house
to
stories. I have a Halloween story.
There's a
I
lot.
have actually multiple Halloween stories.
You're
Well, no, my
just,
issue is like
I
I gotta.
you're
remember
just
which
sounding
one.
like an
have
alcoholic.
A few New Year's stories.
Yeah, you do. I have many stories with you, but I just gotta think of which ones I can actually.
I think we could make a whole episode on.
Of drunk stories.
Sam's on.
We could like do an entire like 100 episode podcast and we wouldn't get through them.
Yeah.
I'm
Of
just
drunk stories.
Sam.
So
Yeah.
I guess
just
maybe
Sam.
I'll just go with my drunk story over at Keen. I think I'll just go with that one for
What with was it the Halloween or just visiting?
visiting, not
Was
not
it
Halloween.
the tree swing or the rope swing?
That was at UMass.
Just let
That was
him
with
talk.
you.
Can you
Joe,
just let the
okay.
boy
Okay.
talk?
So maybe I can get into a 2-part with this. Two-part special. Donate a couple dollars to our Patreon.
Oh my god, enough.
That joke is already dead. Please
Show him
just
the
talk.
Patreon.
Doesn't mean I don't want money. So
I'll fucking smack
over
you for
at
$1.
Keene, Keene's a very party-oriented school in New Hampshire. A lot of fun.
No.
Yeah, no, really, honestly, Pumpkin Fest. Who wouldn't fucking thought? Went to go see a friend of mine, and this is back when Fireball was super popular.
Is it not still?
It's still pretty popular, but I don't think it has
I
like.
can buy a tub of it.
Listen, it's fucking disgusting and it hurts you the next day after, and I can attest to that one. Anyways, I think between me and my friend, we drank probably about. We had a 1.75 liter. I drank maybe 3/4 of that by myself. Super fucked up. Went to a bunch of different parties, just kind of bouncing around, having a good time. And I remember I went to one party, walked outside. The next thing I remember, I'm waking up on the bathroom floor, pants around my ankle, doors are locked, thankfully, and I just kind of look around and notice there's a humongous shit in the toilet, probably caused by me. Go outside of the floor, and I'm on the completely wrong floor of my buddy's room. Like, he's a floor above me, and I'm in a girls-only dorm. And some girl's walking in to use the fucking bathroom. And I'm just sitting there, pants around my fucking ankles, like, yeah, hey, how's it going? Just ran to my car. Had to drive home, and it wasn't a fun drive.
Probably shouldn't have drove.
Can I tell a quick...
I had work at 4 p.m. and I was driving back at around 10, and from New Hampshire, it's about a 2.5 to 3 hour drive.
Wow. That's a bitch, yeah.
Yeah, no. I had to pull over a few times, and I'm like, okay, like, let me try to focus on what I'm doing, and shit was vibrating. That shouldn't be vibrating.
Yeah.
That was probably the worst hangover I've had in my life.
Can I? This is the quick story.
Wait,
quick college story.
I thought you never had a hangover.
No, I've had hangovers before, not super bad.
Yeah.
I've never thrown up from a hangover.
I see.
Yes, no, I've never thrown up.
It's all right.
How
Can
quick?
I tell it? It's quick. It's the one where I fall asleep on your couch in James. There's a
couch. That was a good blanket.
So this is a couple years ago around Christmas time. We were hanging out at CCSU, which is a local state school to us.
Was it Christmas?
And this is when
Ignore it. Let him talk,
next, yeah.
please.
The editor sounds annoyed, ladies and gentlemen. So we're on the, we were hanging out. Everyone was drinking. I didn't want to drive home, so I stayed the night. Now I'm a larger man, and I like to sleep in my underwear.
More cushion for the cushion.
Exactly.
Oh no!
So
I know where this story.
Yeah, this is a funny story. So
no.
as a larger man, I tend to snore because I have something called sleep apnea because I'm a fat fuck. Because I'm a fat fuck and my lungs want to kill me. So sleep apnea basically means you need to sleep with a breathing mask on or you can fucking die. So I was sleeping, and at the time I didn't have this, so I was snoring like a fucking madman.
Shaking the walls.
And Chris's girlfriend, who I was staying with that night, in her friend's room, was not dealing with the snoring.
#suspicious. No.
At all. Wow. No. Told me to get the fuck out and had to sleep in the living room. So there's a shared living room. They lived with a couple people. I pass out. I'm on the couch. Whatever. Now, mind you, I'm in my underwear. Next morning comes around, and I'm kind of that nice half awake. Got that.
Jerk off.
Got that. It's no semi. No Gordonwood. Nice. But I'm in my boxers, no blanket, laying on the couch, shirtless, just a sight to behold. Kind of looked like Jabba's scene on a barge. The only thing missing was a whore in a metal bikini. And
Caleb was available.
I wish he was.
I'm sorry. I didn't
one of the roommates who lived in the house, but wasn't really friends with anybody, didn't really talk to anyone, decided to walk out while I was laying there, half naked on their couch. And I was half asleep. She must have thought I was asleep because all I heard her say as she walked out the door was, ugh. And it was not very quiet. So I obviously heard it. It was not very nice, but I thought it was pretty fucking funny.
I think with that quick story, I think that's just the perfect way to end it. Just a nice, big,
I concur.
ugh.